Hello, everyone. So, today we are going to cover a very serious topic, a dry topic, but nonetheless a very important topic for almost everyone who is working in a corporate. And this may be relevant for even those people who are working in government and are responsible for analytics. Analytics is close to everyone's heart. People are talking about the right analytics. There are millions of books written around it. I'm sure there are a lot of YouTube videos, and all of those are very valuable. I'm going to take my own take on it, and I'm going to give you some silly examples, and so that I can walk you through some real examples. And this is very passionate subject for me. I have been coaching, mentoring my colleagues, my team members around this topic. And the more I coach, the more I mentor, the more I realize that more and more people need to understand what truly is a good analytics, at least for senior management. If you're running a company, if you're running a large organization, what are some of the essential elements? It's a big topic, so I'm not going to cover all of this in this first video itself. You will have to stay tuned. We will keep coming back to this. Today, I'm going to walk you through a very simple basics of where to even begin with. That's very important. So why analytics matter in strategic decision making? Because evidence-based decision making is very important. I remember my first class at Harvard. Professor asked a question, and one of the students said, "In my opinion," and the professor said, "Can you please leave the class? Because if I needed an opinion, I would call my opinionated friends. This is a class where I'm going to teach you to make decision based on the facts. You can have perspectives, and your perspective may be different than others, but all of those perspectives have to be based on some of the facts." So evidence-based decision making, evidence-based perspectives are way more important, and hence analytics becomes important. If you have good decision making process, it reduces uncertainty about what are the next actions you need to take, and you can also align your strategy with the insights you are getting from analytics. Oftentimes, and I'm sure a lot of senior management, if when they watch this video, will relate to it, lot of the analytical departments, they dump data onto senior management's plate, and then they assume that those guys just figure out what needs to be taken away, what would be the insights out of all the dump that I have given to them. That is not what true analytics is. And we'll, of course, talk about some of the examples. What are the three big buckets? Descriptive analytics, predictive analytics. A lot of AI is being used these days for predictive analytics. And then prescriptive analytics, where you are also giving prescription what to do next. You can also call it, that is another form of insights. The KPIs, you will hear that word often. Key performance indicator are the base of all the analytics. So you have to think through very carefully what are the important KPIs if you are working on a particular business unit or function of the business. What are the primary KPIs? Then what are the secondary KPIs? You have to think of a pyramid, where to even begin with. Today we are going to touch only the top of the pyramid, where to even begin with, and then drill down. A lot of times people give good KPIs, but they give KPIs which are fourth or fifth level. So it becomes very confusing for people where to begin with. So another aspect of analytics is you have to simplify complex data, because attention span in large meetings is very small. The more graphics you put in, it becomes very easy to understand what people are talking about. So good visualization, highlight the trends. We'll cover that in detail in the next topic. And once those two are done, then of course tell what actions you need to take. Without actionable insights, nothing matters. And almost everyone talks about it. We need to have actionable insights, but I have seen very limited amount of people actually able to bring out actionable insights from discrete data sets. One of the big problems in large companies is you have so many data systems Even though people are talking about data lakes, it is a skill, an art, and a science. How do you collate that different data set and then make sense out of it? One of the things eventually we will also talk about is a balanced scorecard. I have worked a lot on balanced scorecard in a couple of companies. That is one of the ways of bringing different domains of a business together. But there are other ways also that we will discuss later on. So, data driven storytelling and communication is another thing you will keep hearing from senior management all the time. So, we'll do some storytelling today, very basic, just to drive the point that why a storytelling is important. So, this is what I tell when I'm coaching and mentoring my team, that the first KPI or the first dashboard you give me, I should know immediately, should I be happy or sad? Because if I can't figure that out in 5 seconds, then your starting point is not good enough. If you follow Edward de Bono's 6 thinking hats, he also recommends that start with the red hat so that people can bring out their feelings, happy or sad. It is not similar, but in a way that the first KPI, the first dashboard should tell you, should I be happy or sad? Is business going in the right direction or not? So let look at this example. Your child scored 75% marks. Should you be happy or sad? 75% marks. I don't know. So let's go through some of the other slides to figure this out together. If marks have improved over time, maybe you should be happy. He was 40%, barely passed. Now he's 75%. You should be really happy. But is it? Is it good enough? Is this matrix good enough? If class average is more than 90%, then maybe time for a mixed feelings. That he can improve further. There is a scope of improvement. So time, comparison with others, in other words, become an important aspect of looking at a number. So similar process happens in companies. Are you better year over year? Time horizon. Are you better quarter over quarter? What about your peers? If your key competitors grew at 5%, industry grew at 4%, which means some of your competitors were not growing at 5%, they were probably growing at 3%, but they were not your key competitors. So your key competitors grew at 5, industry grew at 4, but you grew at 2. So what is the point of a great quarter over quarter or year over year improvement? Because you did not grow as the market would have expected you to grow as a leader. So the perspective changes as soon as you start connecting the dots. And what if your target for that business unit was 1%, but you grew 2%? So you have beaten the target. That's a great thing. People will get good bonuses probably, but you're still behind where the industry was. So that also means the target setting was not done correctly. Enough amount of data analytics had not happened when the target setting was done. Or it may also happen the target setting, which is typically the case, was done at the beginning of the year, but some law changed, some new LLM came in, so competitors picked up, they were more agile than what you were, and say they grew more than even what your target setting was. But the point is, a single number without context of time, peers, benchmark, or target has no value. If you just give me 75%, I just don't know what to do with this. I don't know if I can be happy or sad unless you give me some frame of references. So whatever KPI it is, sales bookings, revenue, customer conversion, employee turnover, you need to have more context and framework around it. So in next couple of slides, I will give you a sort of a real example. I asked one of my team members recently to give me an analytics around sales. So this is the first chart I got. I asked them to give me first 6 months of sales data, and this is the chart I got. And my first question was, should I be happy or sad about it? See, I'm not very intelligent, but probably you are. You can quickly look at it and make sense out of it. I have a very small brain, doesn't function very well. It is Pentium 5 chip. My chip never got upgraded. So I need easy to consume format. So I pushed them back gave them some ideas, and they came up with the next chart. And I said, can we improve the analytics? They came up with this. See, this looks better. There is a trend. Oh, January was up, February was down, March was up, April was. I still don't know. Should I be happy or not? Yeah, there is a up and down trend. Can this be improved further? Yeah, definitely. This should be the opening slide if I've asked for a sales, booking data, or any of similar data. Here my Q1 was better, but my Q2 dropped by 5%. Now I know that probably I should be sad. And why I'm stressing on probably? But because I don't know yet what is the cyclic performance of the company. Maybe year over year, if I look, last year Q1 to Q2 drop was 10%, but this year only it is 5%. So maybe it is a good thing. But at least it is a starting point. You have consolidated the data and then you can start drilling down. So this would be called level 1 KPI. And the previous slide will then become level 2 KPI, where you're looking at month trend and if there is a need. And in retail, there could be a need if you want to look at the daily data. In other companies, it may not be even relevant to look at the daily data. Then the daily data will become your level 3 KPI. So this is how you need to look at. The first slide should tell the management, should they be happy or sad about the number that they are seeing. If they can't figure it out, then it's a bad analytics. Stay tuned, subscribe to this channel, like this video if you have really liked it. Otherwise, wait for the next video. Maybe that's the one you will like, and I will see you soon. Thank you.